Early, yes, I'm a minute early. Anyway, it's me, it's Gerty Rood, and I'm here. I am here on the Gerty Rood channel. Marvellous that, isn't it, how that works? I don't know how it works, actually. But I'm here anyway. So I'm talking to myself, as is the thing what I does do. That is me, I do that. I do talk to myself. I don't think I told many people I was doing it. But, yeah, I'm here anyway. It's 4 o'clock and it's Gertie o'clock. So I'm just scooting around trying to find my live on my little mini laptop, as you do. Hello, Elaine, darling. Hello, sweetheart. Thank you for popping in, keeping me company. So I've got a live going on now. Oh, I've got myself live. I found myself. Hello, Beth, darling. Hello, sweetheart. Well, what a dark, dingy day. Alice, sweetheart. Hello, Kay, coffee lover. I'm getting you up here because then I can read, hopefully. Oh, I'm talking to myself. Look at that daft old bat. Shut up, you old bag. Right, now I can see you. Now I've got you. Now I've got everything going on. It's like the Starship Enterprise here. Elaine, Beth, Kay, blah, blah, blah. Well, isn't it a dark, dingy day, darlings? And it's just come up on my notification on my mobile that apparently we are due to have a deluge, somewhat, of what one does basically call, oh, that's it, snow. Yes, apparently. Have you watched MMD? Yes, darling, I was treated to that. It was lovely, wasn't it? Isn't she lovely? I don't really know MMD. Well, I obviously I do now, but I do, yeah. She's very good, isn't she, darlings? What do you think? I mean, from my point of view, I knew what was what, and I had to just like, gird my loins and be safe in that knowledge that I knew the truth. So yeah, but to hear it has been researched and all put together. Hello, Shirley Lemberg. Hello, sweetie from Kiwi Land. I haven't heard from you for months, if not years, sweetheart. Yes, she has a lot to say. And yeah, well, it seems to be a joint event. They remind me now when I say they, you can draw your own conclusions to whom I'm referring. But I am referring to people that I will call they, with air quotes, seem to be rather a bit like your Shitler. They have too many fronts that they're fighting on at the same time. You see, it was great fun when all of them could gang together on an old woman. Yes, and yeah, moving on. But I didn't really imbibe a lot of it, so people are still saying, well, didn't you see that video that so-and-so did? I mean, not MMD, other people that contact me saying, well, didn't you see that video? Do you remember they did that? And I'm like, no, I literally never watched any of it. Never, why would I? At the end of the day, I knew what's right. I still know what's right. I still know who Atalanta is. I know who there isn't. And I'm not sticking up for anybody at the moment. They can all do one. As I said before, if Atalanta leaves me alone, I'll leave her alone. But, yeah. I mean, if people want to think Ferrell's Atalanta, let them. I don't care. I don't care. Probably is. How do we know? We don't know. Probably are. I mean, it's not, but you get me. Afternoon, Gertie, and everyone in chat, mainly lurking. You're lurking at your walk. Oh, work. Oh, sorry. I thought you were walking. I do like a walk. I'm a bit of a dab hand with a walk, darling. I am. I don't want to toot my own trumpet, but basically I'm going to have to because there's literally no one else in the room. Reenie said hi. Hello, hi. Not yet, but I'm sure I will be, darlings. Hello, Reenie, darling. Just British. K Coffee Lover in there. Yeah, so yeah, it was interesting. There's been a few. I don't know if you ladies there have seen it, but there's been a few that have been kind of vindicating and helped my mental health quite a bit. Not my medical health, because that's beyond the pale. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, would I defend Foxy again? Damn right I would. Would I go through the same again? Yeah, of course I would. And I'd like to say, because my conscience is clear and I can sleep at night. But actually, the more stress you get, the less you sleep. There you go, I said it. There you go. So, but it is the right thing to do, in it, really. You know it is. And you've got to think that all of them lot are criminals, provable crims, or whatever you want to call them. The Costa del Crims. They are. And we're pawns. We're pawns because we're not up on the criminal lifestyle, are we, darling? We don't groove that way. Here, I've got you. Look, hello, hello. Not perfect. He's got his wok. She's got a wok. Everybody's fine. Yeah, we were going to talk about elder abuse. Where are we on elder abuse? Because I did work in that area for a while, a few years in the early 90s. Yes, Kay Coffee Lover, sweetheart. Yeah, for one reason or another, I couldn't work with children because I'd have been in prison. Do you get me? I can't work in that area around children. And conversely animals for the same reason, because I would probably be more of a problem than the problem I was there to solve, darling. You see? So I actually went into a little known field at the time. I mean, it wasn't a real field, it was a metaphorical field. Elder abuse, you see, which is very little known. And it was underrepresented and misunderstood, or understood even. People didn't realise, but there's a lot of it about. Some of the things I've seen is just, I'm sure you have as well, because being brought up in the mecca of the elderly, I mean, I've spent the vast part of my life in Eastbourne, which everybody knows is the mecca for old people, or it was. Moved largely away from that since the 90s. It was a very lucrative business. Anybody could basically call themselves a rest home, get, you know, a couple of old girls in, 4, 5, 10, whatever, and just predate off them. And yeah, it's for that reason that I got into it. And since then, it has become better understood, not because of me, but because of times have moved on, obviously. And I can remember actually at the time, I was at some sort of seminar. I met a lady there who seemed on the surface a perfectly reasonable woman, very, very friendly, and like you do. And she started talking about the abuse that goes on in these institutions. So we were talking about learning disabilities and people of varying disabilities. I thought she was mad. And that is where I was. Even though I knew this thing happened, I can remember I was being very polite to her, but my eyes sort of just checked out. Because I thought, that doesn't go on. People don't, do you know what I mean? They don't abuse, like, disabled people. That doesn't happen. And when I say abuse, I'm talking sexual abuse, darling. Yes, sorry, did I define it wrong? Yeah, and I was thinking, no, that doesn't happen. You know? Well, of course it does. It's amazing how your brain will compartmentalise stuff, what you can't even understand. You know, it's beyond my capabilities. I suppose it's like trying to peruse the thought of infinity. You know, your brain gets exhausted and you give up, don't you? That's where I was. Hello, my darling Ginger Grutius, you're there, my sweetheart. How's your mum? How's your mum? You don't have any elder abuse, do you, in Texas? No. You'd be straight in on them, wouldn't you, darling? Yes, you would. Oh, Gerty Rood, Coastal England. Happy New Year, my sister. Yes, darling, the same to you too. Hi, Gertie and chat in luck making live. And you're making live today. Well, I'll be beggared. That's really good, isn't it? Here's my little Babs just coming from. It's pouring with rain down here.
I'm going out with Benjamin
and my grandson has just informed me that he's going out with someone called Benjamin, you see, for a bit. I don't know what that means in common English terms. Could it mean that you're in for tea time, darlings?
Could it be that it's frugal?
Oh, okay. I've got a nice stew on. Yes, same here. Well, his school was shut yesterday. It was. Because it was the first day back after the holidays. They had no heating, no internet, nothing. So they shut the school. Yes, I had to go out and pick him up again. We have had snow here in North... Oh, are you in Northern Ireland, Nicola Mooney, sweetheart? Whereabouts? Ulster?
Love you, Mom.
I love you, babe. See you soon. Don't be too long, because it's getting dark. Honestly, I'm too old for this. My nerves get bad when he goes out. So Mother is doing quite well for having just beginning her IV lung cancer chemo. Thank you for asking. They're amazing in your country, because in our country, they just euthanize us. They do. Once you get like that, they don't. Do you know what I mean? National health. Sod off. We had snow in London all of an hour. Did you? My son just got away to gym. Oh, he's gone to gym. Well, that's healthy. That's healthy. My one does do gym, but he's too young to go to a gym. He's got another 2 years before he's allowed to join the gym. Stage 4 IV. Stage 4. Is that IV? As in intravenous, or stage 4? Because I am thick. Show ended that left you completely... Oh, I don't know. Yeah, so anyway, it's come up on my phone, changing the subject from elder abuse back to what we were talking about. That we're actually going to have a prolonged period, ladies. And we all know what that feels like, don't we? Yes, it's going to be a prolonged, very cold period. It's going to be a cold, snappy period. Yes, it is. In other words, we're getting a load of snow next week. So you might find that the schools are shut. The railways won't go. They won't rail. Buses won't bus. You'll be buggered. And we're all left to bunker down. So, yeah, I've got a stew on, as you do. I'm just going to make some dumplings. So what do you lot make when it's freezing damn cold? What do you lot make? Do you make... It's the sort of weather that gives you permission to eat all the hearty food, doesn't it? We are nice people here. A certain person gives us a bad name, gives you a terrible name, my sweetheart. My maternal granny was from Ulster. Yes, she was. She worked in a rubber pipe factory during the war. Yes, she did. And kept getting... I mean, don't ask. This message is held for review. Good. Bye-bye now. Brr, does it not snow often in England? Oh, well, we're babies. We're babies. If it snows like a millimetre, we close down. That's it. It's the end of the world. Beef dumpling casserole. Yes. Yes. I've got a stew, but it's the same, isn't it? Casserole, just cook it in the oven, stew, it's on top, innit? Same as, but different. I put mine in the slow cooker, Elaine. So it's been on all day because my radiators are broke. And it's a good way of keeping the kitchen kind of ambient temperature. Chicken soup. Oh, I love chicken soup. I love chicken soup. It's medicine chicken soup. Gerty, Debs. Hi, Gerty. Hello, Deb, darling. Hi, Odette. Slow cooker say meat is sort of beautiful, falls to pieces. Stove is a rice pudding, maybe broth or lentil soup. I made some lentil soup. Yes. It didn't go down very well with the child. No, the child person was like, no to lentils. I mean, I'm his granny, but he calls me mum. He calls me mum. It's nothing to do with me. And he's like, mum, never give me them again. So I've got a job lot of lentils going, begging. Slow cooker's great. Yeah, do you find that if you put it on, say I put mine on about 10 o'clock, and it will keep the kitchen at an ambient temperature, so it's sort of getting double bang for your bucks, aren't you, really? I can't find your channel, Odette. Well, where's it gone? Has it dissipated? Where are we with the elder abuse? So we're back to elder abuse. Have you found any of this in your lives? Have you? Have you come across it? Is it a thing? Have we ameliorated it? Or does it still happen? I've come across quite a lot of financial elder abuse, where, you know, the old person gets a bit, you know what I mean, and then the money gets handled by family members that don't spend it on what they should. Heinz lentil and bacon soup. Well, that is lovely. That is lovely. I like pea soup. Pea and ham hock soup. That's quite nice. Absolutely best invention. Slow cooker. Jean Edward. Hi, Jean. Someone said Carla's channel is back, by the way. I'm not familiar with that lady. I don't know who she is, thankfully. Electric clothes heater keeps front room warm. Oh, does it? Oh, because I've got like a 2-bar fire. And the older I get, the more I have to just sit literally on top of the bloody fire. It's awful, isn't it? I've got a cold. Everybody's got a cold at the moment. You can't help it. It is what it is. Yeah. Excuse me. My daughter makes amazing apple crumble, and my other daughter makes a mean banana loaf. Don't banana loaf it, Odette. Don't start on the banana loaf, because you'll get the megalite all rolled up over there in California, because she's the queen of the banana loafing things. Oh, you make bread. Yeah, because you can give it a good punch, can't you, darling? Say if you've got some, you know, undeconstructed stress, just beat the crap out of some bread dough. That is the way to go. Have you tried that posh bread? Have you tried it, darlings? That soda bread? Yes, it's lovely. My dad puts cloves in apple crumble. Yeah, but it always reminds me of toothache. Because when you were a kid, I remember the nuns used to, if you said you had a toothache, which little kids get, don't you, and your teeth are falling out, one thing or another happening, they always used to say put a clove in it, give you a clove to suck on. And all it does is numb the area. Kate, I made a big pot of lentil soup every week and give half to your dad. Well, he'll be going very well, darling, won't he? Yes, yes. There'll be no blockages for your father. Yeah, good for stress. Your bread, yeah, it is. It is good for stress. It is. It's a socially acceptable way of de-stressing, isn't it? I think that's the best way to put it. Where am I now? Oh, we're doing great guns. Mine's out of tin. Oh, I have to get my soup maker. You don't need a soup maker, Kate, coffee lover, sweetheart. No, no, they're stitching you up. You just need a pot. Pot. Just put a pot. You need mille-feuds, which is a mixture of carrots, celery, and onions, and just lightly sort of brown them off. Then put some stock, any stock. Doesn't matter what stock. Obviously, if you're making a meat dish, don't use a fish stock, darlings. And then some vegetables, and then just whiz it up. Whiz it up. I always use garlic, but that's my secret ingredient in everything. My mum and dad had a good bread maker. Oh, a bread maker. Yeah, I'm not big on kitchen gadgets. I'm a sort of... I trained like when everything was before microwave, darlings, in other words. I've seen some financial abuses and neglect over my years working for the elderly, but not physical or sexual. I've seen it all, babe. Seen it all. It's awful what they go. I think nowadays they've got far better protocols to guard against elder abuse when they are having their finances sequestrated by family members, and I'm using air quotes. I read one the other day. Was it? It might have come up on a newspaper, maybe the Mail or my phone. There was some old bin. She pissed off to Bermuda, not Bermuda, Benidorm, and she got this woman to sign over all her house and everything to her, and because she was a little bit losing her marbles, bless her, this little old dear. I don't know how she inveigled her way in. She wasn't even a carer. She was somebody pretending to care, if you get me. Befriended her and said, well, if you don't sign on the dotted line, I'm going to put you in a home. Even though it wasn't in her largesse or power to do so. So the old girl signed on the dotted line and signed everything eloped to this old bitch. And then she pissed off to Benidorm. But she was found guilty in her absence. You see? So I don't know whether they're going to go over there and get her because she needs to be got. Horrible old bitch. I mean, it's like taking candy off a baby doing that to old people. It's not big, it's not clever. It's like bullying somebody with, learning disabilities. It's mind-blowing that I know. We seen it all, haven't we, in our day? We seen it all. And it used to upset me so much. Being a history freak, I think the majority of the people that... I was still alive when there was lots of people that fought in World War One. So I used to sort of harvest their brains, if you know what I mean. I was always a good one to... get them talking and then not obviously going into dark areas, but just generally talking about the war and their experiences. Especially the ladies. I've got some amazing stories from amazing ladies that I've known all long decades ago past on how they coped with being a young woman in the Second World War, say being pregnant in the Second World War, having babies in the Blitz, when your husband's abroad and you're 19, you're on your own. And I found, because that's where the history is. History is always written by the victors, and it's always written from a perspective that is going to get the book published and not necessarily accurate, darlings. You see? You need to actually speak to the people. So I used to love being around these people that would tell me all their stories. I actually did in 1980 or 79, I think it's 79. I did meet a man who was 99. He walked bolt upright and he'd fought in the Boer War, darlings. Yeah, and the First World War, Second World War. He was an officer. And it's like walking, talking history. It's like, can I shake your hand? You know? It's amazing, isn't it? He's getting another one, MP. Who's getting another one? Just British's Barbie Jeep. Oh, that's an awful... I mean, how embarrassing, you know? There isn't a man alive that would get me in that Jeep. No way. I'd be like, are you having a bleeding laugh? Are you having a giraffe? I ain't getting in that heap of shite. Some people have just got no class, darling. They got no class and even less discernment. You see? That's what the problem is. He never stops. It's always about him. Well, yeah, that is narcissism, isn't it? It is what it is. You can't do anything about it. It is what it is. All you can do is choose not to watch, not to listen, not to imbibe. That's what I do. I saw a quote from him about driving Ipswich to Belfast directed. Oh, flipping hell. I can't with that. It'd be skimmed before long. Well, he will, the amount of people he's been taken to bleeding court. And then it came out that he had no intention of actually taking me to court, which pissed me off because I had it already. I was ready to go. I'm ready for a counterclaim as well, you see? You can't throw your weight around without getting some back. And you see me, I'm a considerable weight. Another one held for review. Oh, is that he prequel to the new fund? Oh, is he getting... What, I don't... you'll have to expand because I'm not like... I do not listen or watch these people. I get tidbits from other people. But life has been depressing enough for me without going there again with those bleeding monsters. If you don't want to get burnt, stay out the kitchen. That is my adage. Buy all them bots. You would be scared. Yeah, I know. Destroyed my channel. Destroyed it. Oh, which reminds me, can you like and subscribe? Because I keep forgetting. Range Rover Discovery. He will be after. Well, it's Range Rover that's the thing, isn't it? Not Land Rovers. They're a bit kind of like, you know, Cindy Dold had one and that was it. Yes, Range Rovers. I think, did Prince Philip have a Range Rover or was it a Land Rover? He designed it like decades ago and had it mothballed for when he died. So actually when he did die, aged 99, almost 100, it did look somewhat dated. But when he'd actually put it together, it was protect your mental health, Gertie. Thank you, Remy. Thank you, darling, Remy. I very rarely click on this channel. I don't want to. Boer War must have been brutal to watch the Bertrand Russell interview. Yes, and his grandfather knew Napoleon. Stop. See, I used to do this thing, which was a thing back in my day, where you would shake the hand of somebody that shook the hand of somebody. Do you get me? And I did shake the hand of a woman once that had shaken the hand of Queen Alexandra. She was very elderly, and she'd been... Because Queen Alexandra was deaf. She used to lip read. Queen Alexandra was the Princess of Wales in Queen Victoria's time, married to Dirty Bertie, the Edward VII, the Playboy prince. So that was a thing. And she met Queen Alexandra as a young girl, and in those days, because she was obviously born in the Edwardian times herself as a young girl, because she was deaf, she was put in an institution. And that's how she came across Queen Alexandra, who came to do something at the institution, you know, like they do. Cut a ribbon, wave a bit. Candles posted with the man's bum on it. I commented, if you click that, it should take you to my page. Well, I never. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Yeah, well, I met another lady once. Obviously, she had Alzheimer's. And she used to stand all day looking in her mirror like a bon viveur. Raising a glass to herself in the mirror as if she was at a bar, and her stuff was always set out particularly, like she had like a clean shirt or blouse, clean underwear, clean shoes, and everything was set out every day by her. She would spend like ages fiddling around with it, putting it like in a bag for a quick getaway. And so I was like looking at the backstory, because you often you have their paperwork, you can look in the backstory. And she'd been in the resistance during the Second World War. And after the war, she married a British officer and came to Britain. But then when she got Alzheimer's, she went back to her war eras. And they used her because she was a young, innocent girl. And they'd actually shot her brothers, her older brothers, in front of the family, like her mum and dad and her. And that is how she got involved with the French resistance. So when she got Alzheimer's, she was still back there being a bon viveur. I suppose a lot of it did happen. I mean, what was that? What's that program? Oh, not Have you? Oh, you know the one with the French Resistance, the sitcom. I can't remember what it was called. It's not some of no. Oh, I can't. You know, not IDI, the other one, where they were in the French Resistance. A lot of it did go on around boulangeries and bars, basically, coffee shops. That's so sad. Hello, hello. That's it, babe. Hello, hello. Yeah, I couldn't think of it because I never watched it. Well, I watched a few, but watched one. You seen them all, didn't you? Yeah. It was a success because it played into people's natural. The people that were watching, like nowadays, it's mainly people of our age that watch MSM. Not I do. I've never watched it for decades, thank God. Better for it. They were people that had either been in the war or fought in the war or been around during the war. It's the same as the, what's it called? Dad's Army. That was the same. That was the reason. That was a massive hit. I mean, all of us were post-war kids, so we didn't know any different. I mean, I played on bomb sites as a kid. Did you lot? There was bomb sites still around in Eastbourne, even up to about the mid-80s. Yes, there was. Where are we? Please, members. Yeah, I know. He had an awful, awful accent, didn't he? Went downhill as the original cast started to leave. Yeah, well, Carmen, what's her name? The wife. I think she died first. And then the chap, really, what was his name? The bloke, he died as well. I didn't, not in your area. Oh, you didn't have any bomb sites. Oh, I remember the last one in Eastbourne. It was quite up near the pier in Eastbourne. And it's since, I think it's got a wimpy built on it now, but that was a bomb site. Ooh, way into the 80s. Way into the 80s, they dropped a bomb there. Blasted what was ever was there, you know. And as you go up the road now, you can see it's quintessentially Victorian, 1860s to 1880s and 90s, apart from this one section, which has got a wimpy in it. Was it a wimpy? No, we got a wimpy. It's something, I think, actually nowadays, I think it's a greengrocer's. There you go. And it's up towards the pier. Yes, it is. So there's a bit of history. And, yeah. And if you go to Hastings, you've got the Queen Victoria statue on the seafront. And if you look carefully, you can see a Messerschmitt bullet hole where they've come over and actually shot at the statue. I mean, how desperate's that? Grow up. No, Raleigh. Oh, Raleigh. What, as in Walter Raleigh? Is that Plymouth? Are you on about where you played bowls on the thing? What's it? And said, yeah, about the Armada. Because with the Armada, what they did is, they knew, because we're an island nation, we knew about this sort of thing. What was it? Harold King, Alfred the Great, who invented the Navy. Yes. So we had a bit, you know, in our back pocket. So we knew that they were going to ruin themselves on the tide, and we let them do it. Dearest Gertie, I have to run to my dentist. You broke your crown. Well, we can't have that. You can't. No. Oh no, I'm late. Who have I lost here? I had a friend who died at 102. She was training to in France when it was invaded and was in the camp at Vital. Amazing stories. Yeah, the nuns actually did. It depended. Some of them were in hoc. Well, it was a double-edged sword with them because actually they did help a lot of the children and a lot of the Jewish people, per se, and people that were wanted, like the resistance. They did that quietly, but then conversely, they also had the underground railway that ferreted away the Nazis at the end of the fall of Berlin. It was the Vatican that helped get the Nazis, darling, to Argentina. There you go. There you go. I had to go round them up and put them on trial. Yeah. That was another one. The guy that did that came from Eastdean, which is a little hamlet outside Eastbourne. That he was in charge of the Nuremberg trials. If you think of the judge, that was him. I can't remember his name now because he died in 2003. There you go. And his daughter was my GP. There you go. See? Where are we? Let's go down here. Nightmare Ginger. Yes. So we haven't really... Have we discovered anything amongst us? What have we discovered? Not an awful lot. I know we've got Michelle. Nightmare. Mandy. Oh, hi, Mandy Grange, darling. Thank you for coming here. Thank you as well, Nicola Mooney. And thank you, Ginger, for turning up. That's very kind of you. Rescue. I'm in Ohio and I can't go out. Please help. What do I do? Why can't you go out? Is it bad? Thank you, Mandy. K-Play. Please rescue. I am in Ohio and can't go out. Please help. What do I do? I don't know, darlings. What do you do? Ohio, you have like 8 foot of snow and call it like, do you know what I mean? Mild. Awful. Awful, awful. I don't, America does have some really extreme weather, doesn't it? It really does. It doesn't do things by halves. If it has a storm, it has a bloody storm. Going to the dentist, you need to take a loan out. I know. I know. It's easy just for them to take your bloody teeth out and keep going to the dentist and it's cheaper. They used to do that in the old days. The women used to have their teeth taken out when they got married. Don't ask. Don't ask, ladies. But I think the constant pregnancies as well, like being on the serious level, the constant pregnancies with your wisdom teeth, one thing and another, it was just easy. They just used to pull their teeth out. They pull them out for each other. I think they had a pulling their teeth out party. Do you remember hearing that? Yeah, that's why a lot of women just didn't have any teeth. It was so much easier because there's nothing like face ache, especially when you're pregnant constantly and living in poverty. Pair of dentures sitting at a bedside table. Oh, bless you. Oh, dearie me. Where are we now? Yeah, we've got Michelle at 5 o'clock, and I think you've got Sir Candor of wherever it is he lives. Is it Sunderland? At 7:30. So be there or be bare. Actually, don't be bare. That would be pretty obscene. Well, it would if it was me. I'm sure you'd be beautiful. Sir Candor of Sunderland. I've benobled him. He's benobled. Sir Candor of Candoria. Yes, that's better, isn't it? Yeah, that's definitely better. Foxy at 2030. How is old Foxy Am? I haven't seen him. I'll sometimes drop him a comment. Wished him a happy new year. He's a legend, isn't he? He is. I mean, he's going from strength to strength. He's got thousands and thousands of subs, and they're all organic. They're not bought for him. And he's really cornered that genre. I've not seen another channel that does what he does. I mean, if you like that sort of thing, Foxy is your go-to man. And he does a preamble where he chats basically to his subs and the people in the chat. But then when he gets down into the nitty-gritty of his genre, he knows bloody everything. He'll tell you the horsepower of an engine, this, that, and the bleeding other. My brain goes spongy. He is good. Yeah. Well, I like anything with history, so I always watch his historical vehicles. Like when he does the steam rally, which is just down the road from me, he always goes there every year. I've not seen him because I don't go, but it is there. Odette, I'll go there after Gerty finishes. Concentrating more on his train spotting. That is a big genre. There's a chap on TikTok that's cornered it, and he outfoxes Foxy, to be fair. He is quite manic. But the information, if you're interested, is there for you. Will we all start synchronised swimming? What's this about, this synchronised swimming? Because I don't want to see that. I'm scared. I'm already scared. What's happening, Nicola? Hey, Gertz, good to hear you. Hi, Elle. Hi, darling.
Bye.
Hello, baby, all right?
Yeah.
Is it raining?
No.
Oh.
It wasn't even raining when I first got in.
It's getting dark now. It's getting dark. We've got Babbles in, and it's what is it?
What's that?
4:30. Oh, it's 4:30. So, yeah, that's your stew, darling. I'm just finishing up my live, and I'm going to make some dumplings. Put your hands. Oh, he's frozen solid. You need to go put your hands in front of the fire. Get warm, babe.
Yeah, I'm done.
Take your shoes off because they're really muddy. I don't like shoes in the house. Apparently, they're starting one for Olympics. Why is there going to be an Olympics? It's thanks to you two commentator on SST. Well, I won't tell you what I call it. Dumplings, woohoo! Yeah, we're having dumplings. You can't have stew without dumplings. Gotta have some dumplings. I always make mine with butter, not lard. Hi, footsie girl. Hi, darling.
I'm just not this out.
It's going to wash something out, so...
Why are you commentating everything I say?
It's going to wash something out. Well, because you're going to make sound effects, darling. God knows.
Guys, listen to this. Guys, there's water. Wow!
So that's that. Now I'm here. I got you back. For some reason, I think it's going... Oh, it's up because it's been where I am. It's been like minus something for the past week, and today the my computer is telling me it's 7. So whoa, it's a heat wave. That won't last. So as I say, we've got it coming, Big Star. We've got some serious snow coming. Arctic draft. Have you got your shoes off, darling?
Yeah, look.
Good boy. Thank you.
To let the dog
Leave them there because I'll clean the mud off them. He's got muddy shoes.
Should I take the dog off the leash?
It's a child thing, yeah, babe. Hi, footsie girl and Nicola. Just British. Yes. I don't know what else to talk about now, really. Yeah, but going back to... What was I talking about? I love you more, babe. I was going to the... Oh, the MMD where Bron was on there. Oh, he's 12, babe. He's 12. He's a big lad. Got size 10 feet at 12. And he's like taller than me. And I'm like 5'2" and a bit. And he's much taller than me. He's going to be tall. He takes after his other side of the family, not my side. We're all short. He does sound very grown up, yeah. In his uniform, people think he's like in an older year group than what he is. He's only in year 7. But he's very much, you know, that age. Just because he's a bigger lad doesn't mean he's, you know, emotionally older. He's very much that size. My son's a size 11 feet and 6'4". Yeah, my one's going that way. He's going to go that way. His other side of the family are in the 6'4s. Yeah. My sons were 6'3", 6'2", 6'3". All of them were over 6 foot. I don't know why. Sounds a lovely young man. Oh, thank you, Nicola. He is a good boy. He is a good boy. They all have their moments, but I mean, he's a preteen. You know, it is what it is. He just invented a computer game. He likes inventing games. That's his thing. I don't know what he does. Don't ask. It's over my head. I'm just here to buy the equipment. You know, as you do. What did you think of the Candor Live, people? What did you think of it? Oh no, it wasn't Candor. It was MMD, wasn't it? Oh, you've got one at 23 and he's still at home. See, in my day, you literally left home as soon as you left school, didn't you? As soon as you could, you'd be out that door. But nowadays they don't. Well, they can't. I mean, where do they go to? There's no homes for them. Hope you at all well. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the school's back open now. It was shut yesterday. None of mine's moved out before they were 25. Oh, I'd be killing myself. I couldn't. I left at 19. Yeah, I was sort of 16. Yeah, I was 16. I've missed MMD's life. Yeah, yesterday. It's on her Daily Debacle channel. It was interesting. To say the least. It was interesting. I mean, it didn't tell me anything I didn't know, but the fact was, it wasn't me saying it, it was other people that were saying it. You got your own house at 17, Odette. What did you do, darling? What did you do? Did you squat? Or did you inherit it? Or come into some money, maybe? You got your own house. That's amazing. Oh, council house. Oh, it's a different era then. If you got pregnant, yeah. If you had a baby and everything. Odette, at least some hope he will move out before 30. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was Mrs. Thatcher that came in that broke the whole social housing situation and made it. Because in my day, if you were working class, you lived in social housing. If you owned your own house, you were middle class. It was very simple. And the artisan tradespeople were always social housing, council house. Or, as they used to call it, corporation. It was always the corporation in them days. Everything was a bit weird after the war, post-war Britain. It was a weird place. Odette, at least I'm hoping you will move out before 30. Oh, dearie me. But I suppose at least if they're at home, you know where they are and you know they're safe, don't you? Because it's really hard. Thatcher was an evil witch. She was, but she did give well, I mean, she didn't do it out of largesse. She did it to increase her voting base, didn't she? Because I mean, Labour was in all throughout the 60s and 70s, on and off, by the very dint of that class divide, that working class people were seen to vote Labour and everybody else voted naturally Conservative. So they used to say, if you don't vote Labour in your 20s, you ain't got a heart. If you don't vote Conservative by the time you're 30, you ain't got a brain. That was the vibe. And she sold off the council houses, yeah. But she didn't do it for you know, the largesse of, oh, let's, you know, lift these people out of poverty. Maybe there was like a fraction of that. But it was mainly to increase her voting, because all throughout the 80s, once you signed a paper to buy your social housing, you weren't going to vote Kinnock, were you? Do you know what I mean? There was no way. Now, my late husband grew up on the estate of Lord Powell of Horseman Den, and he actually knew Mrs. Thatcher when he was a child. She was always down there. I mean, down on the estate. Not down on Commander Powell. I mean, I don't know, darling. That might have been a thing. Thatcher was a divisive person when she broke all the unions. She come unstuck over the European Union. Well, it was called Common Market back in those days. And they always, now this is another thing, ladies. Do you remember this sleight of hand? Because I was too young to vote, so it wasn't something I would have done. But I do remember the Common Market. Vote to join the Common Market. So you were trying to get people that had either lived through the war, been a child in the war, or fought in the war, to actually now give England away to Germany, who was kind of in charge of the so-called Common Market. So they started this thing, oh, well, you're going to have this food, what was it called? A food stash of excess butter, and we're going to give it all away to all these people. Did you ever get any? No, me neither. I can't think what it was called. Was it food? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, they were supposed to be giving people away free butter and free this and free that, because it was all left over from the market where they were trading between themselves. I mean, I'm going to stop talking because I haven't a clue what I'm on about. You was a fan of Tony Benn? Yes. I actually knew someone that knew him. He was a, I'd say, a sincere person, because he was Lord Anthony Wedgwood Benn, and he gave up his title to be a socialist, whereas nowadays you need a title to be a socialist. I just can't. Let's all be equal, you know. That is the very essence of socialism. And then you get Sir Keir Peer. That doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Gerty did do a couple of skits about that a few years ago, saying about how I was hoping and waiting for my peerage because we're all equal now. And as we, you know, he's a sir, obviously I'm going to be a dame. Do you get me? A pantomime dame. And that's another thing. They will never let me play the pantomime dame, and that's my favourite part. Why won't they? That is what you call racism, sexism, or just the ism. Butter mountains and food lakes, that's it, I couldn't think. Yeah, my brain goes spongy. Did he live down the road from you? Oh, see, I'd been stalking him. He would have probably had a restraining order out on me. Starmer was saying, Gerty Rood does sound rather cool, doesn't it, darlings? It does. Yeah, well, how can you, in all honesty, be a member of the elite, as in worthy of having a knighthood to sit in the House of Lords, and then be a socialist? But of course, nowadays, they're all champagne socialists, and they always were champagne socialists. They didn't actually admit that all of their children went to private schools. So while they were cutting down, I mean, you know, on grants to state schools. And the reason his school was shut yesterday was because there was no heating. Again, it's, you know, too expensive. House of Lords is a joke. It shouldn't exist. I believe it shouldn't exist. Starmer is Dung Mountain. Yeah, that's definitely just him, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. I don't know what's going on there, but it doesn't make any sense. And to me, in the past, people were more honourable. You know, if you did something wrong, you would resign your job, wouldn't you? In Thatcher's time, they were always, because it was always sex with the Conservatives, wasn't it? Or getting spanked. or getting spanked and having some sex, or both. And then preaching family values to the rest of us plebs. So they always used to come out and resign, didn't they, to spend more time with their families, which is probably what they should have been doing to start with. Lolling got their kids to eat beef on TV, though they didn't. They lolled back in the day. Yeah. Happy New Year. Hello, SS. Hello. Kids to eat beef. Oh, you're talking about the spongiform encephalitis, aren't you? The mad cow disease. Yes, yes. Hit the like for Gertie. Thank you, Footsie Girl. Can you like and subscribe, peoples? Trying to build my channel back up after its constant onslaught, which I'm hoping is being curtailed because, like Shitler, as I say, he needs to be saving his money a bit now, not keep attacking other people because he's fighting on too many fronts now. He's just gonna go down the drain. Tories resign over ex-Labour resign. Yeah, that is it. That is exactly it. I was getting to that. Yeah. It was usually scamming or frauding. But there again, in the COVID, we had Conservative government, didn't we? It was Boris. And they were all scamming. Because even they ain't got a lot of money nowadays. He wants that range. Yeah, he wants something. Oh, you retracted your message, darling. I wonder what it said. Was it rude? I do like a bit of rude on Gerty Rood channel. Oh, because I had that from that Scots twat, didn't I? It's in my court papers that I called myself Gerty Rood to harass Charlie Manson. I did it on purpose, apparently. I mean, even though I was like Gerty Rood for like ever, before I even knew him, but it was tenuous to say the least. And unbeknown to them, I had the backing. I'm a fully paid up member of a very, very powerful union who were poised and ready to rinse him. But he didn't take the bait, so that was that. And they went, I was listening to MMD, or somebody was saying about they employed a YouTube lawyer to go through all my posts and videos. Well, that must have been really boring, because I didn't have any of that. I just used to go on and download every ranty video he ever made about me. When he sent me a cease and desist to not mention him, and I had parodies protected by law. I never mentioned his name. I called myself another character. And actually, I had a few people. One particular comment said, "That is the worst parody of Prince Harry I've ever heard," and I've unsubscribed. And another one that said, "Why are you playing Prince Harry as Irish? You know, it is him that sat there going, oh, she's doing me. I'm going to waste like thousands of pounds on lawyers." Bleeding dipshit. Happy New Year to you and our family. Yes, darling, Diane. Yeah, we are. We're a broadsheet, aren't we, rather than a tabloid us lot? Yes, we are. I don't know what I'm on about anymore. So yeah, there was that to it, and probably a lot of other things as well. But it's nice to hear that people have actually woken up and realised what's been going on. There was a point that I just could not get involved anymore. You know, I'd done what I'd done, and you know, I knew the truth, and if people can say what they want, and it's like I've said to you guys before, once you're breaking the law to prove your point, you're no more proving your point, are you? She did a lot of cropping posts and jokes I told, and she cropped them, make out I was trying to say something that I wasn't, and just a prick. And she's been rumbled, darlings. She's been rumbled. Where are we now? What a pack of planks, yeah. Do you watch Mike Graham? Because do you remember, yeah, karma bites. Well, yeah, you get caught out in the end. You get caught out. Do you watch Mike Graham? Because he got thrown out of Talk TV, didn't he? Because Plank of the Week, I used to enjoy that. Not all the time, because it was always like the same people. It's always Sadiq Khan, Prince Harry, Meghan, you know, the same people. What's that bird that they don't like as well? Narinder Kaur. Narinder, the one with no drawers. That one. She's a bleeding nightmare. I used to defend her, but it gets to the point where you can't defend the indefensible. She's a complete banana. She is a banana. Mike Graham, okay, has YouTube channel. Oh, it's all right. It's just my mop fell over for some reason. I think my cat's attacking it. It's not real, Missy. Yeah, I suppose she thought the mop thing was a cat. I don't know what she thought. She's senile. So this time of day, she sundowns a lot. Drives me mad. She's sundowning at the moment. Mike Graham, okay. I'm not overly keen on it, the Mike Graham. I've tried it. I've tried it, and it's... I thought he was better on Talk TV, but maybe he's got to find his equilibrium, if you get me. It's early doors for him. Yeah, and I also didn't like what he said about Tommy Robinson. I find that very cowardly. He's got a very classist, elite, sort of snobby attitude, which is held by Farage as well. I'm not a Farageist. I think he was good in his day. He was the man of the moment. He did what he did, but he's not the man of this moment. I'm much more fonder of Ben Habib or Rupert Lowe, and I always have been, because they are more pertinent and realistic. He's not realistic. God of Farage, yeah, he was the man of yesterday, wasn't he? He was good in his day. He did what he did, but of course he's a globalist. He's a paid up Bilderberger. Yes, my grandfather invented the Bilderberg Group, by the way. I just thought I'd tell you that. And the European Union. It was originally known as the Movement for European Union after the post-war, but the idea of that generation was to stop happening what had happened in their lifetimes. So people that were born in like the 1880s had seen what had happened to Europe with the Bolshevik Revolution, the First World War, this, that, and the other World War, concentration camps, the war in over petrol in North Africa, and all the rest of it. And to a degree that the trading routes with the Orient, like China and places like that, because it all went over to Singapore, and then you got the Japanese involved, and were the Japanese on the side of Hitler? It might have been, if it had gone the other way, you might have actually found that my enemy's enemy is my friend, and then they both fell out and started nuking each other. That might have happened. You don't know, do you? Because, yeah, the land of the rising sun. I don't know how we won. Oh, yeah, we nuked him, didn't we? Oh, yeah, I just remembered, sorry. I've forgotten. Mr. Oppenheimer. I met one of his family once. Many moons, decades ago. Well, a descendant of his, anyway. When tasty trickled... Oh, don't get me going on school dinners. Don't. They were restaurant level. I don't think I ever had a bad school dinner. Ever. The dinners were always lovely, always tasty, and always, like, out of this world. Like, nothing we'd ever get if we were at home, like, if... Do you get me? And then look, people used to make a joke and say, oh, well, the custard's lumpy and this, that, and the other. I always used to enjoy the school dinners. I did. Dentist early. My sister is on air. Yay. Oh. Semolina and jam. I love all that. I love all that tapioca. I love it, yeah. Well, they all always good food. You know, you'd have lamb and mint sauce, you'd have beef and Yorkshire pudding, roast potatoes, and I mean, their Christmas dinner was to die for with the Christmas pudding, and they used to do like a white custard, like a bechamel custard, like a sweet sauce that wasn't custard because it was Christmas. So they made it white. It was mysterious. It was all very tasty. And what I used to do is I used to lag my dinner out long enough, because then if there was some left over, the dinner ladies would come out and say, seconds, and I'd be like, yes, please. Give me the lumpy custard. And then in the summer holidays, you'd all lose about a stone, wouldn't you? Pink custard. I was much more, and still am, a savoury person, so pudding wasn't really a biggie for me. But the one pudding, I must tell you, was the chocolate sponge and chocolate custard. That was the king of puddings, wasn't it? And that was another one, the queen of puddings. Do you remember the queen of puddings? I made one the other week. You know what that is, don't you? It's like your leftover semolina, and you reduce down some jam, something like that, and then you put a meringue on top. Yes, lovely. It's kind of like a colder. It's a summer. Well, I think it's called Queen of Puddings or Summer Pudding, something like that. I mean, don't quote me on it. Chocolate custard, yeah. My child likes that. He loves all that. I won't ever make bread pudding because I used to be the queen of bread puddings, and it was my son's favourite pudding. And I've never ever made it, and I never would. And I actually had to work in places where it was on the menu, so I'd just change it and tweak it. So it wasn't like my recipe anymore. I couldn't make it. I've never made it since he died. I get the microwave. Hang on, where have you gone back here? I get the microwave chocolate sponge pudding and chocolate custard. That's the thing nowadays. You pop them in the microwave, darling, don't you? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the thing. But you see, nobody was obese or even slightly overweight in post-war Britain, were we? We were all quite healthy. We used to have to pee like 2-3 times a week. When times were tough when I was a child, we used to eat rice with milk, cinnamon, and sugar. Yeah. Well, I mean, but from my perspective, we never ate things like spaghetti. Do you get me? I mean, a staple diet when I was a kid was probably egg, a fried egg with a couple of chips, or oh, what would it be? Like a bit of mashed potato with a piece of luncheon meat. That was dinner. And you just ate it or starved, didn't you? Do you get me? If you're hungry, you eat it. Still love rice and shallot. I still do. I still do. Oh, treacle sponge. What, do you remember Spotty Dick? Spotty Dick, darlings? Yes. Spaghetti in spaghetti in a tin, not real spaghetti. Yeah, yeah. I remember going to a friend of mine's house as a child, and she lived in a nice house, in a sort of rather better area, and they had spaghetti bolognese, and I did in fact migrate it and started cooking it. That's because I've always loved cooking. No curries, pizzas, or spaghetti. No, or Chinese, heaven forbid. Spotted Dick raisins, wasn't it? Yeah, Spotted Dick. Oh, spam fritters, Odette, I love, and I still love spam fritters, but not the ones you buy. If you remember, the ones you had at school were huge. Well, they were at my school. The batter was really crispy, like you'd find on a nice piece of fresh fried cod. You know, big, crispy, brown, gorgeous, yummy, lovely. Fish fingers and chips, egg and chips, during the mince or stew. Yeah, I wasn't blessed with anybody in my sphere that could cook though, so I didn't really. Do you get me? If it were the only place I've ever found decent cooking was at school, but you don't it don't bother you when you're a kid. You're just a kid, aren't you? Oh, Misha's live. Right, I'm gonna bugger off. Right, I'm gonna bugger off. Okay, I'll love you and leave you. I'll try and think about something more interesting next time. But I love talking about our memories from back in the day. It is good fun, isn't it? And I love you and leave you forever and ever. And thank you. If you could like and subscribe. And I'll see you all again soon. I've got to work out to leave. How do I leave? What do? Do I press something? Right, I'm going to stop streaming. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Odette, Missy, Mids, K, Coffee Lover, Anne. Lovely joining. Yes, darling, it's lovely having you here. And Alice. And bye-bye now.